Hello, 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 and welcome everyone to BestieFinder Office Hours. You might notice that our exhorter and compassionate are not on the call today, but we are here in true teacher fashion on time and ready to join you. Hey, Dr. K.
Hey, how's it going, Dr. Lisa?
Pretty good, pretty good. Today's been a good day, given
Oh,
what's
yeah.
what's been going on, but we're here. We are awesome and amazing, Coach Nyala and Dean Kathy. We are awesome and amazing, and we are going to rock
Yes.
it today. So the teachers are in the driver's seat today, and so we are going to talk about something that came up with my mom when I was describing what Bestie Finder does. So she said, "Well, how do people find you? What do managers look for when they supposedly come for your help?" And so I talked about in team dysfunctions or related to something that happened a lot when I still work for other people, that because teachers and particularly teacher administrators are very organized, we
Oh,
want to set the structure up and we we are efficient, we start getting to the point where we're doing a lot more of the everyday work
yeah.
because it seems easier for us. And I warned that what happens to managers who start to rely heavily on your teacher administrators, particularly your teachers, but also your administrators, because they're doers and they're get it doners, what happens is you run the risk of burning those folks out, and now you burn the bridge, and your best employee doesn't want anything to do with you anymore. So, Dr. K, as a fellow
Oh, yeah.
teacher, what are some things that need to happen to keep you from burning out? What do you need from a manager or partners or what have you to keep you from being like, you know what? I'm throwing this up in the air. I'm done. I'm gonna go do something else now.
Yeah, I think, well, for me, the biggest thing is when in my past jobs, is like that need to feel needed. I enjoyed that part to where it, like you said, it was easy to do. It was tasks that was kind of easy to do. I could just knock them out, boom, 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 cross them off my list, and that was it. But as I did that, more and more piled on. And so I think communication is most important when it comes to that as far as with the manager, because a lot of them think, "Oh, yeah, you did that. Let me add this to you." So a lot of them aren't aware that that feeling that sometimes teachers feel, that overwhelming, or even administrators feel like, "Okay, I got this, this, and this. I know I can get it done," but that feeling of, "Okay, like this is getting to be a lot." And then, that bridge gets burned. But I think it's more for me, it's like communication, saying that, "Look, I know I can do this. I've done this." But in a way, it's kind of like a catch-22, because you think they should have sense enough to know that, they keep piling this stuff on and on and on, and I'm getting it done, but I'm like sinking in the process. And then, it's kind of like a cycle, like a toxic cycle.
Mhm.
But I think the biggest thing is like communication, for me, letting them know. Otherwise, I will just be like, "You know what? Holla at y'all. I got y'all stable. Y'all are surviving. You're thriving. I'm out of here. I'm finna go do something else." Or maybe I'll just sit down and take a rest and then do something else, But yeah.
And when the quiet quit was big, I think that's a lot of what was happening. Is like, you know what? I need a break, and y'all not gonna give me one, so I'm gonna slow down. And then, of course, the onus is on going to be on the teacher to say, I need to back up, or I need to reject some things. And then, as a teacher, you're not taking the stuff on because you want to do everything. You're taking it on because it needs to be done. And so there's the guilt that happens. Like, well, I can do it. Shouldn't I do it? And so I used to say, you got to be ruthlessly selfish with your time. And folks are like, what? No, selfish. Oh my gosh. Because the only person that's going to set that boundary for you is you.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
it takes courage and confidence to see your value and go beyond that guilt to I deserve a break and I can take one because I've already provided value here.
Absolutely. And I did not learn that honestly, Dr. Lisa, until I went through the business builders course. I did not learn how to say no and not feel guilty because it was something that I could do and I could do it easily. And that's that teacher gift coming in. Well, let me just go ahead and do it to help them out, to make it easier for them. But it was detrimental to me because I needed rest. I needed peace. It was disrupting things, you know? And so, yeah, boundaries, that communication of those boundaries, sticking to the boundary and being okay with saying no, just no. You know, I love you. I, appreciate the opportunity, but at this point in time, no.
Exactly. And then stop talking because you want to give it, you want to give you want to give all your legitimate reasons why you're saying no, but the other person will see that as an opening, like, oh, well, if I can overcome those objections, that's what they teach you in sales, right? If you can just overcome the objection, then you can get them to do what you want. And so I always say, well, after you say no and you've communicated clearly that no means no, stopping. And that is really, really hard.
Oh, yes, because you want them to know that you're not. Because some people take no as a rejection, like, "Oh, you don't like me anymore," or "You don't love me," or "You don't wanna help me anymore," or "You're abandoning me." And it's
Mm,
not abandonment, it's just a boundary. I still love you, but no, period. And I had to learn that by being in y'all's circle.
well, I'm glad you got there with us. I'm still working on our on our other friends. But yes, that's really what it comes down to is that you've got to own that and be okay with the other person being upset until they get it. And sometimes
Yeah,
they won't get it. And
absolutely.
that's okay. It doesn't feel okay necessarily, but it is in fact okay if they don't get
Yeah,
it because you're not really responsible for their feelings.
absolutely.
You might feel bad that they feel bad. That's like, I'm sorry you feel that way.
Right, exactly.
But I'm not sorry I'm taking care of myself, right?
That's it. That's the continuation of I'm sorry you feel that way. But, this is or and this is, my way of taking care of myself. But you're
Exactly.
right. If we don't say it, if we don't do it, if we don't take care of ourselves, who will? If we don't speak up, who will? You know? And I have like a track record of when I didn't say no and they just kept going and going and going, even down to my son, if I don't say no, then he'll do this, he'll do this, that, so yeah, no means no. And I love you. I do, but this is not healthy for me.
Exactly. And I 100% on teenagers say, "Oh, well, she didn't say not to."
Absolutely.
All right. Well, this is going to be short and sweet for us today because again, the teachers are in the driver's seat and we're not going to give you too much or more than you can handle. So thank you for tuning in to Bestie Finders. Join us at bestiefinder.net/quick scan so you can get a glimpse of your gifts and start treating yourself and your teachers better.
Absolutely.
And on that note, see you next week.